Hey guys, sorry, I lost the internet signal, so I'm back. Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry, I lost my signal. My live chat. The live chat. And we keep filming. Alright, so we got the heating part fixed, we hope. Next is Mr. Door Switch. So on this dryer, we're gonna have to remove screws from the back. Bottom ones. These here. Anywhere. And so the key to this, lift from the back, slide forward. So you lift, slide forward, and it's off. The reason for that is these clips. Alright? Now I'm completely off your wires back here, so you turn it sideways, and now you have access to the door switch. Get your Phillips head screwdriver and take that bad boy off. Yeah, you take your screwdriver. You want to place that. I'm constantly losing my screwdriver. It should be near me. All right, lost my GoPro footage. It died. So let me go see if I can find a replacement part and charge old boy up here. Hopefully I got that footage. Resort to my phone. Hey. Let me do this thing is malfunctioning, so let me go in and out of the live chat. Here we go. Green Grounds, what's up, man? What do you mean, no thanks? What does that mean? I gotta fix this. The thing wouldn't show me the chats. Now I can see it. All right, so I'm gonna go get the lid switch. Be right back. Be in the back of my truck. All right, so I'll keep all my small parts in the two box in my truck. Up North Sales, what's up, brother? Sister, brother. All my brothers and sisters out there. What's up, dude? Up north. Yeah, this is part two, man. I got logged off, man. The internet just turned off, but for no reason, turned back and reset. So, I'm gonna get rid of this now. Well, it's still kind of dusty. Yeah, let me undust this thing a little bit. It's kind of good to wipe down some of the sides while you got it apart. It makes it easier when you clean it. You don't have to worry about getting to the little nooks and crannies. You already got it apart. So replacing the switch, the door switch. Let me get this on video. All right, so we replaced the heat element is done. Now we are taking the door switch off, removing these two screws, removing the top by removing these two screws in the back. Lift up, push forward, and it comes on and comes off. Now you have access to the door switch. I'm going to hit it with a screwdriver here to remove this one and replace it with the good one. Now you see the difference? This one clicks. This one does not. So I'm going to swap that out, screw it back together, and get it running. All right, so my GoPro died on me, so now I'm trying to do backup footage of my phone. What up, what up? Hope everybody's having a good Saturday. Yeah, out in the field, hydrate. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. so we're gonna get rid of this thing. All right, so up North Sales says direct drive I'm working on, hooked it up, and every time I turn the dial, it just goes straight to spin. That's all the washer will do. Do you think it's a capacitor, motor, bad timer? All right, so every time I turn the dial, it goes straight to spin. That sounds like a transmission. So if you put it on wash, it doesn't wash, it just spins. Does it spin and still fill with water on the wash cycle? And while you answer that, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. You said it's a direct drive? It just spins on every cycle. Spins and drains. Well, it's going to drain because it's spinning on a direct drive. But so the question, so I need to know. But so if it's not filling, like if you put on a wash cycle and it starts to spin, does it still pour water in? If it does, that sounds like the transmission. If it does not, that sounds like a timer. That sounds like it's stuck. Oh, dude, where's my missing stuff? Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's not a very common issue, but yeah, that's like that would be the timer. Especially if it's on wash and it doesn't fill with water and it's spinning. And yeah, that sounds like timer. But if it's filled with water, I'm thinking it's the transmission because the transmission something one of the gears could be bad. It's not spinning it's not engaged the way it should. Yeah. So I would check that. So that would determine it. If you get no water, then yeah, then it's stuck on the spins. The timer is stuck on the spin cycle. But if it's filled with water, then the transmission isn't engaging correctly. The transmission goes two ways. It goes one way to wash the clothes, and then it spins the other way on the spin cycle. Oh, refurbished, baby. That's right. That's how you should do, man. That's the money. Hey, go for the easy money. Why not? If it's there. Yeah, when you knew, man, like some people like do try to challenge themselves to get GEs and all that. Well, that's nice to get, but if you can get them, but yeah, direct drive is the way to go. Even nice, but it's funny. I would rather pay buy a direct drive to flip than get a free like GE or Samsung or a 2-year-old machine. Some things end up sitting around your shop, or it'll be a callback waiting to happen because it's. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna have a little off-camera snack. Okay, I haven't eaten lunch yet. Queen brought me something to eat. Turkey burger. Florida. We don't read this. Florida Rail Fan Kid. Up north water cells, no problem, brother. Yeah, Florida. I saw that on the last one, and then my internet went out. Um, More involved. What do you mean by that? But I know the ones with the lint front trap up front, people are more likely to change those than ones on top. I think, in my opinion, because I notice when I go to a customer house and the lint trap is on top, they'll have so much stuff piled on top of that dryer. It's out of sight, out of mind. You can't even see the lint trap. So I think that's a bad design. Not as far as manufacturers, but as far as human nature and people. Flat. Anytime there's a flat surface, people want to pile stuff on top of it. So yeah, I mean, if you have up north sales, if you have a transmission sitting around a shop, yeah, and that's an easy something to try. I'll throw it in there and see what happens. Um, to be honest with you, you don't even got to do that. You can just take the motor off. You got to do that anyway. Put it on that transmission you got without even installing it, and put the thing on spin and see if the shaft spins or see if it washes. Right? You gotta have to blow into the you have to blow into the pressure valve, the pressure switch. VMWs. I mean, it's a niche because they always break if you can get people to pay to fix them. And be honest with you, they're good flippers. If you can if you can master VMW washers and you change the rods, if you find a cost effective way to fix those do look good on an ad if you're trying to flip them because they look new, they're nice, so people will be more likely to buy something new than something that looks old because they're thinking like, oh, it's new, so it'll probably last longer. But as we know, the old direct drives will run circles around the newer machines. Excuse me, I'm starving. All right, so I'm gonna shoot a quick video on changing the baffles, cleaning out the baffles of these things. Yeah, Speed Queen. Yeah, Speed Queens are hard to kill, man. They can't. I mean, their bread and butter are commercial laundromats and businesses, commercial use. And so, if you build commercial machines, a residential one is easy. That's why Speed Queen is dependable and it's simple. Controls are simple. They don't do all electronics and all that stuff. Simple. Um, so we say when you cross state lines with any type of business purposes, you are supposed to have your pickup and trailer DOT register. So I rent a 16 by 12 trailer and pray I never get stuff. That is true, but So if you have a sign on your, it's a couple of things. I think there's a weight you have to be DOT. So I think if you have like a 250, like F-250, whatever, and you use it for business purposes, I believe those have. And you can look it up, but I believe those have to be registered. What's up, Henry? M. Henry. Um, or I think if you have a sign on your truck, then that would definitely be a red flag. Sign in a trailer for DOT, United State plates. Um, but I know they definitely. I used to do hot shot hauling. They definitely prey on business vehicles. So I mean, no, police officers doing their job, but the underlying thing is they're collecting taxes. That's what tickets are. Accountability too. I say accountability and a way of collecting additional tax. So, um, yeah, I keep a couple of U-Haul boxes inside the truck, so it looks like I'm actually moving or something. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I just think the only red flag for a police officer would be if you have if you're out of, if you have no matter what, even if you're not hauling anything, if you have a sticker on the side of your truck, a logo or business sign, and it's out of state, then I think they'll check you out. So if you think about it from a revenue perspective for the state, states are businesses. I'm not trying to get in a soapbox here, but states and government, they're a business, right? Mainly states, they're businesses, and they have to make money. Like they get loans to build roads and all that stuff, and a way of making money is traffic tickets. And obviously, they don't want to beat too much up on citizens, but they will pick on businesses because number one, you're a business, you're making money, so you can afford a ticket. That's the mindset anyway. So that's my opinion on it. Yeah, so I did hot shot hauling. I got to a point where I took the sign off my truck because I got tired of being pulled over. So, and it wasn't no DOT issue either. And I even tried at one point. I did try to get DOT, and it was a hassle. So I was like, I don't do it too much. So, as long as and I got pulled over too. As long as you had a clean license and they ran you, they had no warrants, nothing, they let me go. I got a ticket here, and I did get some tickets here and there. I just paid them, but it was a bit of a harassment. Like one time I was hauling a car. I'm gonna get back to appliance in a second. I was hauling a car. And it was a classic car, and I got pulled over. And the guy was like, "Well, is there a body in your trunk?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I just picked the car up. I didn't. And so he's like, "Okay, so you're saying that you don't know? Like, I guess some legal stuff." But I'm like, I was worried. I'm like, man, I don't know, like, because yeah, I picked the car up to take across state lines. But yeah, I guess somebody could like smuggle drugs or something like that in there. But it'd probably been on me because I'm the carrier. I guess I don't know. And but yeah, be careful, man, going across state lines and stuff. I guess. M. Henry says my washer stopped spinning, but wash is a Crosley. Crosley. I believe those are Maytags. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong? Um, stop spinning out, but washes. So if anything, across the board, stop spinning out, but washes. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Appreciate it. Spins out, but washes typically will be number one check is the lid switch. Um, stop spinning, but washes. Lid switch. Yeah, I can't think of anything else on a Crosley. I would check the lid switch. Um, yeah. You saying Speed Queen is Whirlpool? I can see Whirlpool probably owning them. But I don't know. Actually, that'd be good something to research. The originators of Speed Queens. Because I can see Speed Queen being its own company and then Whirlpool buying them, but Speed Queen still being Speed Queen, you know what I mean? Because Whirlpool, their parts, there's a complete difference. All right, we're gonna school them on fixing the baffles. Hello, everyone, and this is Reggie with A Team Appliance, and today we are going over how to clean the baffles in your dryer. Now you said, what's a baffle? These things, these blades, almost adjectives. Flip your clothes around. We're going to old dryer sheet here. Now you see this one's clear. You see the little dark spots? That's lint inside the baffles. Or if your dryer is noisy and makes a noise as it spins, usually there's like a coin or penny in there. And I'm going to show you how to clean those out. First thing you want to do is take off, and this applies to any dryer. So you take off the lid. And this particular one, this is a Whirlpool with the access panel up front. So we take off these screw, bottom screws in the back. We lift, push forward, and it pops up, right? And really simple. I mean, this thing has to get out of my way. I don't want to mess up some cords. All right, hang on. Gotta get that lid secured. No problem, Henry. No problem. Up north. Yeah, no. Whirlpool owns everybody. I didn't think they own Speed Queen though, but I don't know. Whirlpool, they just juggernaut. The juggernaut. Yeah, actually, it's a good investment for stocks too. If you play the stock market, Whirlpool's shares are always climbing. Trying to secure this lid. All right, let's try this again. All right, so all we have to do, every dryer has this. I'll say most. Let's say most. You can't say every. And you have these screws. All you have to do, 1/4-inch driver, and don't let your screws fall down. That's the challenge here. Don't let your screws fall down. I'll place you guys here. I'm not getting dizzy. Okay. I need that. Can't get square on it. And we'll get the other one off and wash the baffle from the top of it down. Now, you got a bunch of dirt inside your dryer. You want to actually catch that before it comes out. See, that was in the baffle. So we're going to do the other two. That is how you clean your baffle. So before you put this one back, we're going to grab the other ones so we can remember which baffle. I mean, that we got them all. in your tub by hand. It's the harder one, so I'll get that first. Got a weird angle. You grab your baffle. Oh, and don't forget to get this other screw out. I think I left the other one in there. I don't want it to fall. That'd be too late. Oh, it fell. Sorry, I get it. Let's start with the hardest to reach. Sometimes you find money in it, but I'm not lucky today. That's cool how it kind of rolls into like little balls. Now, putting it back on, we want to put the baffle in there and hand tighten the screw. Actually, probably better to do it middle. So start with the middle, make sure they're lined up. And if you're worried about dropping your screw, it'd be a good idea to put a towel right there while you're doing this. Some dryers, you drop a screw. This one has an access panel, so I can get that when I drop. But some dryers don't have an access panel. You have to take the whole front off to get in there to get the screw out. Make sure your holes are lined up. Loosen it. And now I gotta retrieve the screw I dropped. It's always fun. Also, on this particular dryer, I've got a video. I'll put a link in the description too. Where if your door on these dryers pops open during a cycle a lot, I have a fix for that. And the symptom of that is people putting things on here, like laundry baskets, heavy laundry baskets, or kids sitting on it, and it bends. This little hinge here pushes it out and makes it hard. Not the issue with this dryer though. I got a quick, easy, no replacement part fix. Actually, I guess that's a putty knife. Let's screw it up. And y'all take a few minutes out too, hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can keep the knowledge flowing. Gotcha. All right, so now this dryer's ready to go. Time to put her back together. And that's how you clean. Look a big difference. Nice and clean now. Clean the baffles inside your dryer. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. This is Reggie with A-Team Appliance. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Let me read some of your questions. Whirlpool beat Crosley to answer your question. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I figured. Yeah, I thought Maytag was Crosley, and I know Whirlpool bought Maytag. I know I come across some Crosley that's like basically Maytag designs. I don't know. Right on one or two. How's business transactions they do? Trying to keep up with, right? So let's put this back together. Oh, yeah, I gotta finish my recording from that earlier. Yeah, so I'll be up to like 3 a.m. man doing these editing and stuff, man. It's a lot of work. You're trying to go pro. All right, so in summary, we got our dryer put back together. We tested the fuses and find out it had a bad heat regulator, I call it. A bad fuse, and triggered another fuse, which saved this place, whoever owned this, their house from catching fire. Which probably saved some lives that we don't even know. So that heat element would have stayed on, you know. If it had some lint, I mean, it may or may not caught fire, I don't know. But you never know. So where we had it, like to clean out the little door gunk. Screwdriver it. Man, I can't tell you how excited I am about going fishing tomorrow. As soon as I'm done with these machines, I'm pulling my boat out, getting it ready. Tomorrow morning. All right, so you gotta lift up on this thing, put it back on. So you got a side view. You lift up. So it's the opposite. We did take it off. Lift up, go forward, go back, then go reverse. So basically, what you're trying to do is get this part under these clips. And sometimes you gotta stretch these clips out. I should do it now. These clips on here, just a little bit. Just adjust them a little bit so you can slide it underneath there, the lid. So now you gotta get it at an angle. A little bit of a challenge. There we go. Set it down. All right, good. We're flush. Yes. It's not lifting on the front. It's on there. Put our screws back, and then we're going to fire up to see if we fixed it, right? You got to... A wise man once told me, wise guy, very smart man. And these words are used for everything in life. Inspect what you expect, right? So if you expect this to work, you know it should. Inspect it. Make sure it does work. It should work. It should work, right? Fire up, turn it on. You don't want to get so arrogant in your work that you're like, oh, I know it's working, so I'm just going to walk away from the drive and go, you good. Always do a final test. You never know. Plus, it's going to cost you more time and headache to go back. And stress. And stress with going back to a job that you thought was done. So now we're going to turn her on. Now this is the part I'll throw my tools back in the box. Because I got a bucket box. And always, always, always throw away bad parts. You don't want that to get mixed into your good parts inventory. Because you think you got a part and then it's not a good one and you need to order a new one. All right, so let me turn y'all towards it. Testing station. So you know I do have a Pinterest too. If you're stuck and you need detailed one-on-one consultation, it's not Pinterest, excuse me, Pinterest. Patreon. That would be, I was close. A Patreon page. And in the description of most of my videos, I have a link for it. Plug it in. All right. See, that's scary. Stuff drops when you try to plug something in. I always think we'll get shocked. So that's why I never don't touch the machine and plug it in because you never know. This way so it blows out. Man, that thing runs so smooth. So smooth. So wait a few minutes to get it to heat up. It only takes a few minutes. Go back and touch the vent. Oh yeah, we got heat. You can smell the heat usually if you're in the house. Or you open this up, stick your hand in there. Takes a few seconds. So we have a working refurbished dryer on the spot with a team appliance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That was for my video, guys. Okay, so she's ready. Then cleaning. Well, I'm gonna run though, right? So, especially for a fuse repair, let it run because you want it to cycle off and on. What I usually do if I'm at a client house, I'll keep that panel off, turn the lights off in the room, and watch the heat element come on and then turn off. Now we tested the fuse already before we put it on the machine, so the fuse is fine. But if you don't, if you get to test it or um, you want to make sure, take the bolt on a dryers with the lower panel, take the panel off, turn the lights off in the laundry room. You'll see a heat element glow. After a while, it'll turn off. Wait, if it turns back on, all the fuses are fine. You're ready to go. If it's a typical direct drive dryer, you can just look in the back, turn the lights off, you'll still see that heat element glow through the cracks of the cracks inside of the seams of the cover. Any questions? Any input? Oh no, man! Just dropped all my screws. That's not fun. So we're bringing in our next contestant, our next dryer. My screws just fell and bounced around. So you can hear that once you start doing this for a while, you get an ear, and I can hear the heat of it coming on. It's like a sizzling sound. It's actually a small vibration, but it sounds like a sizzle. So like a sizzle for shizzle. I drink. It's almost empty. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe while you're sitting there chilling. So let's take a time out between machines for this unsponsored ad. Spiderweb. I'm looking forward to trying this out. It's my new fishing reel. I'm looking forward to it because I'm cheap, but I like quality things. And so I read reviews on this. This was $20, man. Came with line and everything. And so I was super skeptical. I looked on YouTube for reviews. It's got a lot of good reviews, and I'm like, all right. I'm not the type of guy to buy a $100 rod and reel and all that stuff. I don't do competition. I do this to relax. And so it's called Grit Stick. So again, like I said, I'm looking very forward to going fishing tomorrow, as you can tell. So I'm working hard in the shop. And also got this like fiber, on the end where it's rod action. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's new, so it's new and shiny, so I'm looking forward to using it. So, all right. My fishing arsenal. Edgar, appreciate you, man. And we're live today in the shop. I'm fixing machines, answering questions. So if you're at home and you're stuck on a machine or you have questions, feel free to fire away. I will answer to the best of my knowledge and experience. And if I don't know, there's plenty of other pros on this chat, on this live stream that can help out too. So we're a community, man. We all share knowledge. And there's a saying, none of us is better than all of us, right? So as a collective, we're going to figure this out. But I've touched thousands of machines, especially because I flip. And I think flipping has gave me a lot more experience than actual repairs, in-home repairs. Because you can take your time at home. There's no pressure, and you can figure it out, man. And here, you like to fish, man? Give me some tips, man. Give me some tips. So there's one thing I'm trying out. Let me show you. So say like when you get bait, because it smell like plasticky, real strong plastic smell, and your fingers on it, and that can turn a fish off. And so I'm gonna try this out. This is olive oil and garlic powder, garlic salt inside I got my lures for the scent. They got scent sprays, but you look at the ingredients, it's garlic salt and olive oil. So I'm gonna give that a shot, man, and see if that helps me out. If not, I got plenty of regular lures. So where you fish at, man? What state you in? In Henry? And again, we're open to appliance questions, so feel free to anybody that have a question. And so what I'm doing with this dryer, you might remember this dryer from a lot of my most recent videos. I use it as an example on a lot of things. It works, and so I just need to clean the air duct, just do a general maintenance to it. So I'm gonna put it back together. I took it apart for some videos. So this one we are just gonna put back together. All right, Mr. James, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Arkansas, okay, cool. Razorbacks. So here's another tip. These rollers on these go bad a lot. So reconditioning, There's a big debate amongst appliance people about using grease, oil, and all that stuff. One thing I think wins the debate is using motor oil. So I change my own oil in my vehicle. So I save some of the leftover motor oil, and motor oil is designed to bond to metal and designed for extreme heat. And also motor oil is actually is weird enough. It's thick when it's cold and thin when it's no thin. It's thin when it's cold, thick when it's hot. That's how it works. Because it's thin when you first start the motor up, so it can lube everything up. And as you go, it gets thicker and whatever. And just be careful on these. Not to get. I kind of had a little left residue. I get on there, but don't let it get on your motor. Now I think I'll try recording this because it's hard to do now. I got to stand for my phone because when I put dryer belts on, I do it blind. It's hard to look down there and do it, so I do it by feel, and most of us do. Oh, and Henry, I'm sorry, my sister. It's the name Henry. I know it's your last name, but that's the kind of threw me. That's the kind of threw me off. But yeah, actually, it's funny. Almost 50% of my viewers are women and married women that have husbands. But a lot of times, say, I can do it myself. You know, especially for just time restraints and stuff like that, or you get tired of waiting around for your husband. Yeah, it's good to save. Yeah, and you like fishing. Okay, so my type of girl. Yeah, it's empowering and it's nice to be able to. I fix it almost, but I also see the value. I don't know people to actually pay people to do stuff. I mean, that's how we get paid. Um, but like, if you are a busy person, if you have a you know grind, you on the 8 to 10 hour day job, you just don't have the time or the patience to fix stuff on your own. So yeah, you pay somebody to do it. So I don't like nobody that pays people to do stuff. I just know that, because I'm in appliance repair, I'm self-employed. I do have the time to actually fix my own stuff, and things last longer. Like my truck. My truck has two. I have a Ford F-150. It's 2010. I purchased it in 2012 with 30,000 miles on it. Now it has 280,000 miles on it, still rolling, right? And it's only still rolling because I do my own work. Because it has like 100,000 miles ago, the transmission started sounding like it's about to go because like at a light, it'll jerk. And I checked the motor mouse. Motor mouse is fine, uh, but it doesn't hold a lot of transmission fluid. For some reason, the pan leaks because I don't know. There's a screw in there that's hard to tighten, and so anyway, it, uh, the transmission is wearing right, but it's still that was 100,000 miles ago. The spark plugs in the on the truck, it was at 150,000 miles. I was like, okay, let me change the spark plugs, and I called the dealership and said, let me have them do it. Let me see how much it costs anyway. That might be worth having them do it instead of me doing it. They charge this lady told me $800. I was like, why so much? She says because Ford use a bad lubricant on the spark plugs. A lot of them are dried up and they break inside the cylinder head. And so they had to spend extra labor and time manually drilling out one or two of the plugs that's probably going to get stuck. And I was like, okay, which I understand. So I did it myself. I did something that, I made the story short. I did something that the dealership cannot do is I sprayed lubricant inside the cylinders for like 3 days straight, drove it. That way the metal expanded, contracted with the hot and cold, and the lubricant worked its way in there. And then I removed it, and all of them came out and none of them broke. But if I was the type of person that had to pay me to do stuff, at that point you're like, oh, I'm just getting a new truck, right? So that is machines, man. A lot of people say, oh, my machine doesn't work, and they'll get rid of it with the first problem, And customers love to ask us, hey, what machines are dependable? And it really depends on the owner, right? If you are quick to get rid of a machine on the first issue, then it's not really the machines aren't reliable. It just, it's had an issue. But a lot of them, you just fix it and keep going, So I don't know. I'm off my soapbox. So things will last longer if you're going to fix it yourself. Put it that way. Or if you got a good guy, right? You got a good tech, you can call. 18 Appliance. Okay.
Somehow me and the boys managed to get all the lovers.
So say hi to everybody.
Oh.
We got a few people in right now because I was on a soapbox, so people logged off. So.
Hi, everybody.
It's my queen. I'm dirty, sorry.
You're always dirty.
So,
All right, left. Okay.
okay.
Do you need anything?
I think I'm good.
Huh?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm gonna go wash them and then I'm gonna get the boys to go to Walmart.
Okay. I think I wish I never return a battery.
Huh?
I need to turn out the battery for the van under warranty. Hope it's under warranty.
Oh.
If I go with you, depending on the time you get back.
Okay.
Hey, M. Henry said hello. She's the lady. Say hi. So, this is how I put my belts on. Hold the belt like this. That I don't get caught on anything. Works as a handle. So what's the M stand for? Is it Mary? Michelle? See the quick video on how to put a dryer belt on. See if it worked out. Miss Marie, all right. We're gonna power a popsicle in a second. I am dying out here. It is caliente. Oh, perfect. Nice picture. I'm gonna black on my arm. Oh, that's perfect. That is gonna be a perfect video. Y'all look out for this video on how to put a dryer build on. I can never get a camera in there, and I'm like, oh, and I got a stand. That's dope. That was like a perfect shot. Y'all look for that video. That should get a million views because that's a pain. When you knew I doing this, trying to put dryer belts on, you trying to figure out the pattern and all that. But basically, when you put a dryer belt on, you know the direction by the way the pulley gives tension. So that's how I know. I don't even think about it anymore. Don't forget to hit that like button. We in the shop, A-Team Appliance. Where's my door? Have y'all seen the door? Door probably right here. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's tricky in this door and the clips. Choose the clips. We say hallelujah. This is Reggie with A-Team Appliance. We are in the shop. If you are at home and you are a do-it-yourselfer and you are stuck on a job, I and a lot of our viewers can help you out. Feel free to ask a question. Grab my screw. Got another one. Oh my God. It's these gloves, man. Dropped another one. That thing is full of screws. Oh my gosh. And don't forget, when putting your door back on, to plug in your lid switch. Also, when putting these screws back in here on your lid trap, I like these type of lid traps because they go in here and they'll block from a copper screw, which I'm doing a lot today for some reason. It'll keep that from falling down inside. If you don't have that type of lint trap, then I recommend just putting like a towel or something over it. All right, so that's ready, but let's inspect what you expect. Right? Remember that phrase of the day. Inspect what you expect. If you're just now joining us, we're in the shop with A-Team Appliance. We are refurbishing washers and dryers, taking any questions you may have. Don't forget to like and subscribe, keep the channel going. Hey, Star, what up, what up? You are in the shop with A-Team Appliance. Don't forget to like, subscribe. That way YouTube knows to list my page even more. And the more people we reach, the more people we help, right? If you have any questions, I'm live. I'm fixing machines. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to ask. Hey, you don't even have questions. You got some input you can give other people. You know, knowledge is the most powerful thing we have, most valuable thing we have, information. important we share information with each other. So this dryer was just a dryer we maintenance. Uh, I got it from a customer who gave it to me for free because they were moving, and right now I was at their house. It ran fine, so just need a little bit of cleanup, and it's ready to go. So I'll just clean the air ducts out. Oh, you know what? I did not clean the air ducts. Now think about it. All right, let's talk it. Took them apart. They're not clean. I need to take a second though, so let's go ahead and do it. I was supposed to take the air duct out. Got distracted. This is the air duct. Oh, you know what? No, I'm going crazy. I did the other day. So I remember it was squeaky clean. I remember it was squeaky clean. You know what? Just be safe. Let me double check. Then my mind messing with me. So I'm like, did you? Let's just do it anyway. Because I'll just spend extra time now making sure that a customer calling me back saying there's an issue. So the fuse can blow with the dirty air duct. Okay, yeah, it's easy. Yeah, Amazon, good way to go. The elements are good, decent. Now, Mary, I do recommend if your heat element went out, they should last like 10 or 15 years. So the dryer could be that old. Check your airflow too. Sometimes a bad airflow, as far as the dryer, the pipe in the back and going outside, if that doesn't have good airflow, a lot of times the moisture will stay in the dryer. The heat element is working double time, and it goes a lot faster. Yep, just last week. Yeah, I did this already. I thought I did, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Check your belt too, Mary, because if you're oh yeah, I got some questions I gotta answer too. Hey, one second. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. Hang on. Okay, so Marie, so the check your belt because if you put wet clothes in there, sometimes that can wear out the belt because it's too heavy. That shouldn't blow the element though. It'll wear it out. I mean, it's probably or it might have been already on its way out, and that could have been the straw. That brought the camel's back. Oh, and the plate is cracked on it. Okay, yeah, that's some excess of moisture too. But that's the heat shield, and that'll do over time though. So that'll happen over time. But yeah, if your heat shield went out, that is a sign of excessive moisture. Unless your daughter did that on a regular basis. Um, yeah, so as long as you make sure you check your vent going, inside the house, outside the house, the vent behind it, make sure it's not pinched against the wall or anything. Other than that, you should be good then. Oh, dryer, yeah. Wear and tear. Fixed it. Awesome. And dryer technology hasn't really changed. I mean, washers, they mean all high efficiency and all that, but dryers haven't really changed. So yeah, I mean, new elements like in a new dryer. Same tech. There's some pride too with fixing your own stuff. Well, that dryer means something more to you now because you put your own sweat into it. Yeah, I can't wait to go fishing tomorrow morning. I don't even care if I catch anything. I just want to be on the water, my boat. All right, this one is going to this testing station, and the one we have at the testing station is coming out. Timer works. Nice and warm. That means that the fuses are good. That I put in there. Need a good clean. Just needs a good cleaning. Now all I got left is 2 washers to refurb. That's gonna be fun. Go ahead. Nice. Ben. So low. That's a red flag. It's bad on low heat. All right, we'll get our next contestant on Refurbish Saturday. What's my state? I am in Georgia. Yep, Brim. Yeah, elements $40. Did it come in fuses? Usually those elements are like 25 by themselves. They're on Amazon. But I mean, even if you pay 40, you're still saving money. Okay. All right, so this one should be easy breezy. It's a repeat customer. Gave it to me. The dryer went out, so I fixed the dryer, and that's funny because I don't remember even telling me the dryer was bad. That's why they gave it to me. And they told me the dryer was bad. Yeah. So take 2 seconds out, man, to give me a Powerade. All right. You try these at every shop, man. Powerade ice pops. They're in the heat. But I'd rather work in the heat than the cold. That's how I am. I'd rather be hot than freezing. So I take the heat all day. I take the sweat. I turn the fan on, you're good. So our next contestant, excuse me for eating, guys. I feel rude. But let's just put on spin. They're all machines. Has a bypass lid switch. All right, well, it spins. I'm gonna plug it up to some water and run it. So I'm bringing the next washer and see what I do. So I'm very close to ending my day. Just put a load in here. I'm gonna test it. If it tests out well, it needs cleaning. Another one I'm gonna bring in here. If that tests out well, I'll just clean the machines and I get my boat ready for tomorrow. Thank you, Marie. Staying cool. Trying. Must be a cold front coming through. I heard. I mean, we done had a rain front all summer. They're delicious. Way better than regular ice pops because got a lot of good nutrients in it. The electrolytes, which you need to hydrate. Has some sugar in it. The kind you need though to replenish. Fall, yeah, yeah. Fall is cool, I guess. Yeah, yeah. You're right. This don't last long enough. Because fall, it's not hot, it's not cold, and there's no bugs. Like the bugs ain't out yet. Well, like yeah, well there are bugs, but I'm thinking about spring. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about spring. There's no bugs in spring. Early spring. It's nice to get that little window where it warms up, but there's no mosquitoes or anything. It's funny, I felt that we haven't had a lot of bugs this year either. I guess because of the rain. So, I'm getting these machines refurbished, and I'm gonna post them on Facebook. I'll offer up and get them sold. And I need to have them sold during the week this week. The next weekend, my mother-in-law will be in town. And when she comes to town, she's on vacation mode, and we have to do. So we got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. Fun stuff, though. It's nice to be a tourist in your own town every once in a while. All right, so I'm going to go plug this in real quick, and then I probably turn you guys towards what I'm doing. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. By the way, like and subscribe. Somebody subbed earlier. Appreciate it. Test my dryer out, nice and hot. See what we do. Another bypass lid switch. We spin it and see it's strong. It's a strong spin. That's how I test the clutch. That's how I test clutches. All right, guys, I'm going to log off. I appreciate you watching. Marie, it's a pleasure meeting you, my sister. Keep on keeping on. And fixing your own dryer, you know I have a skill. Anybody, any of us. Once you fix something on your own, you now have an acquired skill. And when you have an acquired skill, you will always be able to eat. If, God forbid something happens and you need to go out there and grind, you can always list dryer repair. You fix a washer repair. And you can get paid. And, it's going to be a nice side hustle, but you will never be without if you know a trade, if you know a skill, especially working with your hands. I'm all about the, learning and, white collar work is just as fulfilling too. But when it comes to working with your hands, no matter who you are, no matter, you got the biggest brain in the world, smartest person in the world. If you work, you have a skill with your hands, you will always be needed. And you can be the best accountant in the world. You can be, it's so many things. Best lawyer in the world. But at some point, you have to ask somebody for work, right? I mean, you can be independent, I guess, lawyer, but you have to ask somebody. But if you know how to fix something, everybody needs you. Everybody needs you. So, learn a trade, man, and it's easier too, right? It's not easier to learn how to fix a washer, dryer. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and log off, and I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, help keep the channel going. Just want to share knowledge. Just want to get information out there. It's important that we all share what we know with each other. That's how we grow as a society. And it's not, nothing wrong get paid along the way, right? Because we still got mouths to feed. So, um, anybody have questions after this video? Feel free to go on to my Patreon. If you have a detail, like you stuck, you need some one-on-one training or advice on fixing something, or feel free to leave a question in the comments. I'm usually pretty good at getting back to those. So this is Reggie with hang on, I can't do my A-Team Appliance, so I'll show my logo. You know how I do. This is Reggie with A-Team Appliance. We'll see you on the next one.